Okay, well, I didn't really do a mic check, like a proper mic check before I started, so I'm not sure about my mic volume. I think it should be okay. Anyway, yeah, you guys let me know. Hey, what is up, everybody? How's it going? Focalor is the Hydro Archon. You're a little early, man. Aren't you supposed to be here in like 4.2 or something like that? Also, what's up? Why are you small? I wanted the next Archon to be like a big, like a tall character model. Hey, what's up? What? Yo, long time no see. What? How are you, man? Hey, what's up, Abby? Hi, hi. Asuna, good to see you again, man. Give me a welcome, I'll give you double. Double what? Always read the fine print. Hey, what's up, Cloud? How's it going, man? I'm not a beggar, I'm a scammer. I mean, I mean, judging from your, like your very vague fine print. Give me $5, I'll give you double. It doesn't even specify double what. But yeah, hey, nice to see you again, man. I'm getting Kokomi tomorrow? Oh, speaking of tomorrow, I still don't have my Eula. My C2 Eula, yeah. I mean, I don't really need her. Don't really care about getting her. But would be nice to be able to use Eula a little bit better than I can now. But why does it feel... I don't know. Wait, what's wrong? Feels a little off to me.
Shattered. Rain outlines your fate. Witness the power of Gawa. Here comes the catch.
Like, it's, I don't know. Hard to explain, but it feels a little off to me. Like, playing right now feels a little off. It doesn't feel normal? I don't know. Maybe because I've hardly played Genshin recently. I mean, I still log in, do my dailies. I don't let my resin cap and stuff like that. But I don't know. It's not like before where even though I have nothing to do in the game, I would still log in just, just to do something. Just walk around, go into Abyss. Now I sort of just log in like twice a day. Once, I guess. Or maybe twice or 3 times a day. But only for like shortest probably like 2-3 minutes, just to like reset expeditions or whatever, and make sure to condense some resin and stuff, make sure that I know when, like, just to check when my resin's gonna get capped, just so I know when to log in, or at least when to log in, like what time I should, what time before, no, what am I trying to say, when I should log in before a certain amount of time, like before a certain time, before my resin caps. Immune to Animo, alright. Kokomi, good or bad? I mean, it's needy. Needy, you mean needed? That depends, highly depends. Kokomi has quite a few uses, yeah. Okay, Kokomi has quite a few uses. She has a few uses in some Bloom teams. Freeze team. And... I don't know. Like, just if you just need a healer, I guess. Sure. But those are, I guess, some of her most common uses. Hey, what's up, Nicola? Xingqiu. He's just... Well, I mean, he is crowned. Like, double crowned. I like my Xingqiu, man. He's not very well built, but he's built. I would prefer, better stuff, but because I don't, Artifact RNG doesn't like me, okay? Artifact RNG does not like me. Of course, this is E6 because it's like a really old account. Some of the Some of the older 4 stars, it's really hard not to get C6 of them, especially if you've been playing long enough. Do you have any Asian server accounts? No. Well, kind of, but I don't really ever play on it. I sort of log in there like a few times a year, and then like I don't know. Oh, I guess like yeah, just to get the primos for like version updates, like maintenance. Whenever you know, just to get the primos from maintenance.
We're way behind schedule.
And then sometimes to get to claim Primogem codes from special programs, and that's it. Other than that, I hardly ever, I don't really ever log in there. Oops, almost fell. Yeah, please suggest me some good Magic School anime. Magic School anime. I mean, oh, you know what? I would recommend, I can't recommend a specific anime to you, Asuna, but I would recommend you start looking for these YouTube channels that are, like, their content is basically just summarizing, like a whole plot, the whole plot of like a certain season or like a few episodes of certain anime. It's sort of how I discover a bunch of non-mainstream anime nowadays that I might actually like. While some people may see them as like what like a big negative overall because piracy and stuff. Well, you know, it's not exactly piracy, but it's sort of like trying to tread a safe line between piracy and technically not piracy. But in some ways they do bring harm. In some ways they also do bring good. Like, for example, I might not have ever watched a certain anime that if I hadn't seen summaries of them from one of those YouTube channels. Geronimo! Why is that a thing, by the way? Why is the name Geronimo? The name Geronimo sounds like... It sounds very Native American. Why is that a thing? Like, why is that name associated with jumping from a very high place? Such as a plane or a tall building. Hey, what's up, Dognut? How's it going, man? Interesting name you got there. Other Fontaine characters are going to have flying abilities. Probably Navia. She is shown with an umbrella, and most people think she has some kind of use for flying. I mean, it's not too, you know, it's not too unfounded, because like we already have a character that can kind of fly. Like, look at Wander, right? So he's technically kind of flying.
Stabilize.
It would be interesting though, what it would look like with an umbrella. Wander kind of just uses his powers. What's her name? Navia? Is it that girl in yellow? Is it a woman in yellow that looks like she's that mischievous looking woman? Who's the reporter again that we've already seen in game in a recent event? The reporter slash like investigative reporter. There you go. I don't remember her name. Who she was taking photos of. I'm assuming that's Navia. Navia? I don't know how to read it actually. Sorry, first time on stream? Sure, no problem, man. Please, feel free to just hang out. Oh, and if you have any questions or anything you need help with, let me know. As long as it's just like need help like informationally. I'm just, yeah, I'm too lazy to actually like join people's worlds and help out, man. I apologize. Oh, wow. Huh. Cool. Right next to each other. Not meant to be a bad name, just name a favorite book character. You could say she's maybe female Geo DPS. Well, I can't imagine any other element having like being yellow, right? Because like she does have, like, as far as I remember, yellow is like a big thing in her character design. So I imagine she'd be Geo.
Born of ice and frost.
But I find it hard to imagine a character that has something to do with Earth that's flying. Strong Gangan. It's a cute nickname for Ganyu. Gangan. I like that. Oh, and you know what? I think Yu sounds cuter.
Access denied. One with nature. Born of ice and frost. All hail.
Could you come together, please?
No touching.
It's like they know what I'm thinking. They know that I have AoE, so they went as far away from each other as they could. The blonde color hair, cute girl with an umbrella who was posing for pictures. Okay, so that was her then. I wonder how to read her name. Navia? Navia? Navia. If I say it like that, it sounds very Spanish. Navia, mi amor. Oh, I mean to cry. Oh, come on. Cardamom name was Charlotte. Oh yes, that's her. That's her. Thank you. I remember now. Yeah, I can't believe I forgot her name. I really liked her character design, by the way. I don't know, like I can't. Oh man, immune to cryo and switch to another cryo team. Jeez. There, sure. I can't believe I forgot her name. I actually really like. I remember really liking her character design. She looks very 4-star though. But I don't, like nothing against 4-star designs, but like she just doesn't look as flashy as how 5 stars are typically designed.
Solidify.
But yeah, oh no, I forgot to swap to have both.
Our bond is strong.
No matter. I'll just okay, do an extra E. Okay. She reminded me of Yan Yan. Yan Yan? Wait, who's Yan Yan?
This way.
First I heard about Cryo Catalyst, the first thought in my mind was Cryo Ningguang. Cryo Ningguang. I wonder why they've held off for so long from giving us a Cryo Catalyst user. Is it because they're afraid that we would just melt through everything? But then they they gave us several Hydro Catalyst users, so I don't know what they'd be so afraid of. I guess because like Hydro is like a little different from Cryo, where in Cryo, if you're on field in Cryo, that's reverse melt, which is because reverse takes up like it takes up less. No, I think take up is like the wrong word to use there, but it's less elemental gauge, thus your pyro on the enemies are going to be on the enemies more of the time. It's taking there you go. It's taking away less pyro because it's a reverse reaction compared to hydro where it's a forward reaction. So you're unlikely to be vaping your hydro hits anyway. But then they gave us pyro catalyst users. So I don't know. I don't know why they seem so afraid of giving us cryo catalyst users. Geodaddy when yeah, I don't think he's rerun in a while, huh? Oh, even Venti. When was Venti's last rerun? It's been a while, hasn't it?
Ad Astra Abyss. Thank you for.
I wanted Kokomi, but after watching new characters and my situation as F2P, I gave up on Kokomi. Aww. Well, I mean, did you actually need Kokomi, Asuna, or was that just a personal preference? Like, did you need him to make one of your teams function? What you mean, Hoyo is helping us? Oh, what's up, Happy? How's it going, man? So Hoyo is helping us save Primogems. That's what the title's about. Hoyo is helping us save Primogems. Like, look at the banner, right? Look at the absolute tragedy that is the second half 3.8 banner. Is that not Hoyo? Does that not look like Hoyo helping us save Primogems for the impending 4.0, 4.1, like several banners in Fontaine with new characters? I mean, it's not the worst banner we've ever had, but like look at the weapon banner. Look at the weapon banner. Jeez. I don't think I've ever seen a worse banner. Like, I'm sure if I look up every single weapon banner we've ever had, I could probably argue some of the older ones. A few of the older ones were probably worse than this one. But, come on, man. The donut together with a catalyst that is very, very specific to one character. Freeze Ganyu? No Mona? Oh, man. Oh, no. No. Okay. Well, I mean, I don't know. Like, if you could... So, Asuna, I would recommend before you finalize that decision to skip Kokomi, I would recommend you try out a few different teams. A few different characters that will, like, give you off-field hydro. Like, alternatives. Like basically, alternatives that you currently have. Such as, like, Barbara. I know that sounds cringe, but yeah, I know. Barbara, Candice, and like basically any hydro character, and then if you have Kazuha, like just Kazuha's burst infused with hydro. Like, see if you could come up with a rotation that allows you to guarantee infusing Kazuha's burst with hydro.
Born of ice and frost.
What is this? Oh, no. Okay, that's not a weekly. Yeah. I think that's just one of those random world quests. Is Kokomi worth it? For an AR-25. Oh, you're a new player, Dognut? You have Gangan. Oh, wait. You have Ganyu. And you're a new player. Oh, you mean, I guess you got Ganyu in her last rerun. Personally, I like Kokomi design, so I want her. Ah, okay. I don't know. I feel like that's like plenty reason to go out and get her. Right? You need her and you like her. Yeah, I feel like there's plenty of reason to go out and get her and just screw all the 4.0 characters except the Hydro Archon, because Archons so far have not disappointed us. Venti is Venti is the exception. I mean, don't get me wrong, Venti has his thing, right? Like Venti has a very specific thing that he is the best at. The only problem is that thing that he is the best at is so specific that it hardly ever happens. So, and that's why, despite, you know, him being the biggest disappointment of all the Archons, I mean, both in lore and in and in character, he still has his thing that he is the best at.
No touching. Access denied. Next on the agenda.
Ow. Oh, my shield broke.
Insignificant past.
No touching.
Oops, I messed that one up. Tomorrow's my birthday, and also Kokomi's banner's coming. Whoa, whoa, what a coincidence. Yo, happy birthday, Happy. Okay. I don't know why it took me a while to get that happy birthday. I mean, that's I know that's really immature of me to even point out something so simple. Like, come on, man. Like, it's a thing, right? Happy birthday. But really, man, I do wish you a happy birthday, really. Do you have any special plans for your birthday? Oops. I hate it when I put down Zhongli's pillar and then sprint right into it. Oh, I'm missing. Oh. What did I just do? I think I normal attacked him. And then I got blue particles? What was that? One swap. No, too late. Okay.
Cruel world.
I guess you could say Venti is a god. I mean, yeah. I mean, it's not wrong. That's absolutely not an incorrect statement, Thomas.
Possible. Stabilize.
So, okay, hang on. So Dognut, I'd say, because you have Ganyu, and if you really like your Ganyu, I would say Kokomi is a pretty good matchup for your Ganyu. But then, I would recommend you look up freeze teams. Like, just go on YouTube and look up footage of Ganyu freeze teams with Kokomi, and then, you know, just so you could see what the gameplay looks like, so you could decide if that's something that you want to invest in. And I know, this is a video game. It's not stocks. It's not real world money. I know, I understand that. But that's sort of my thing. Right? Like, while I have 3 accounts. 2 of them are completely F2P. 1 is like Welkin only. I bought the battle pass a few times, but for the longest time it's been Welkin only. In fact, there was even like a few months where it just had nothing. Yeah, you know, some happened in life, couldn't afford anything. So yeah, I got off of Welkin and battle pass. But anyway, so if you decide to, because like, so okay, you seem to be a new player. I don't know if this is your first gacha game or not. This is actually my first gacha game. And because unless you're a whale, of course,
Summon
right?
the five.
Resources are limited. I went too early. I did it too early.
Game's up. Fun's over. Ring cutter.
I've making it so that all decisions on like which characters I pull for, what weapons I pull for, basically anything I spend my Primogems, resin, and whatever are like they give me back the most value. That's sort of something that I always like consider.
Gotcha. Things are about to get dicey.
And again, I know this isn't stocks. This isn't going to cost you your future or your children's future if you make a bad decision or whatever. But yeah, basically again, like just like do the like try and look up footage of Ganyu freeze teams with Kokomi, and then see if you think you enjoy that kind of gameplay. Then I would actually recommend that you pull for Kokomi. But if you feel like you don't enjoy that kind of gameplay, then no. But do be aware that Kokomi / Mona are two of the only characters, and maybe not only, but two. Yeah, I guess like two of the only characters that can allow you to play Ganyu in freeze teams comfortably. And when I say comfortably, I mean like without having to worry about some janky rotation, just so you could apply Hydro to enemies. Because Genshin it's a game of elements, right? It's like similar to Pokemon, but also very different. Where in Pokemon, knowing like the elements are like to counter each other. In Genshin, you have a full team and you can make the elements like basically work together to either do more damage or do something useful like freezing enemies.
Know my sword. Rain outlines your fate.
Stop. Okay. Oops, not that one. Techno never dies, and Venti never crits. What? What is that? What is that statement? How have I never heard that before? Venti never crits? Don't you mean Eula never crits? You play Pokemon, GBA game. Sorry, GBA. But Pokemon I have kind of played, but not like I haven't completed at all. Like any of the OG Pokemon games I've never played. Any of the newer Pokemon games never played. But I did play, I think it was like Pokemon Fire Red.
But where are those who share
I think
memory?
on a Game Boy Advance SP. Unfortunately, by the time that I started to play it, it wasn't actually mine. It was my brother's. My dad bought it. Yeah, it was my dad. My dad bought it for him. Bought a few games too. Like I think I remember 2 Pokemon games. No, a Pokemon game, and one was Need for Speed. Like I don't remember what it was, but it was like, man, I can't imagine. How old was I? 12, I think. Yeah, like. No, 12, 13, or maybe 14-year-old me. 14-year-old little 14-year-old RJ. Thinking my cars looked super cool already, and me looking back onto that game, I was like, I just realized, wow, I was looking at painted boxes. And I understand it's the hardware limitations. I understand game dev, right? So I honestly don't mind. I'm just, I don't know, surprised that 13, 14-year-old RJ thought that those cars looked super cool already. And yeah, so unfortunately, by the time that I started playing Pokemon, I don't know what was wrong with the Game Boy, but it wouldn't save anything. Yeah, like only the Pokemon game though. Only the Pokemon cartridge. Like I don't know, it was saving my game file for Need for Speed, but it wasn't saving anything for Pokemon, and I don't know why. So yeah, unfortunately, because it wasn't saving anymore, so I was like, okay, I couldn't take the game seriously anymore, because I didn't want to spend like 3 hours getting to some like faraway gym, and then like I turn off my Game Boy, and then the next time I turn it on, again, technically it wasn't my brother's, but he let me play on it, thankfully. And then when I turn it on, it's all gone. So I didn't want to take it too seriously anymore, and then I sort of just gave up on it. Yo, what's up, SN90? How's it going, man?
If you ever
Played till Emerald only. Was having the time of my life. I mean, I don't know. I honestly did have fun playing Pokemon. I'm not sure. I think it was Fire Red. I really can't say because that was so long ago, and I only played for like a couple of days. In fact, I got really into it. Like I really liked it. That it wasn't saving, right? So I played it twice, where it didn't save. I played for like 2 hours each time, and then it didn't save. And then the third time I tried, I was like, well, how about if I just don't turn off the Game Boy ever? So I tried it once. And then overnight I just plugged it in. I just left it plugged in to the wall. And then the next day I played a couple more hours. I got to a pretty far away gym. I don't remember anything at all, really. But I just realized there's no way I'm gonna be able to keep this Game Boy plugged in forever. So I was like, okay, well, I sort of just unplugged life support on it. And along with my hopes and dreams of ever playing Pokemon games. Hey, what's up, Avish? Good to see you, man. How are you? How are you? Yo, guys, wish Happy a happy birthday. It's gonna be his birthday tomorrow. Happy his like one of his YouTube account names is Happy, and his like main, I don't know which one his main is, but his other YouTube account is Floating Dead Leaf. Yeah, wish him a happy birthday. It's his birthday tomorrow. Oh, also, it just so happens tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow is the Kokomi banner. Kokomi banner comes, and apparently he's wishing on it. Although I think he is on guaranteed, so and is pretty close to getting, so not gonna be hard to get it. I think I'm done on this account. Weeklies. Wait, how have I not spent 150 resin? What? Okay. Well, I guess I'll just take care of that later then. Ley lines. Okay. No, yeah. I think those are all the weeklies that I sort of care to do. Is the weapon banner good? No, absolutely not. I will say this right now. No. Who wants the donut? Right. So okay. You can make the argument that some people really might actually like the donut. So those players who might really like Kokomi, and they want to use her as a DPS. Okay, just swapping accounts, guys. Be right back. Right, and like they really like their Kokomi, and they want to use their Kokomi as a main DPS, like a normal attacking main DPS in like a mono hydro team, a freeze team, whatever. It's like, and then on field hydro, sure, you want the donut. But anything other than that, absolutely not. And while Scaramouche's weapon is not bad, but it's also not even that much better for him specifically compared to other options for him. I don't know, like you might actually do better with Sith or something than his actual weapon. So how is Hoyo helping us? Hoyo is helping us save Primogems by giving us terrible banners that no one wants to wish for. So yeah, that's how Hoyo is helping us. Hey, what's up, Chauvin? Do you know how long I was waiting for your stream after a previous stream? A week? Because that's how long it's been. My internet for the past week-ish has not been great. Like, it's not like all the time bad, but it just so happens to be bad in the afternoon when I have time to stream. In fact, I was going to stream like the full run through on my second account of this event. I still, oh yeah, I'm on the second account right now. I haven't started it at all because I want to do it all in one stream, in one sitting. And I was going to do it on Wednesday, I was going to do it on Thursday, or I was going to do it on Friday. Something happened on Wednesday, couldn't do it. On Thursday the internet was bad. On Friday, same thing. But then like the internet went back to normal in the evening. And I don't know, I'm guessing that it has something to do with the weather, because in the last few weeks we've had typhoon after typhoon roll through the country. Well, I'm not physically affected, but the internet infrastructure, I don't know, I'm pretty sure it has been affected. And Philippines ain't really known for its outstanding internet infrastructure. So yeah, that's a thing. That's a word I haven't heard in a long time. Wait, what word? Oh, save. Saving Primogems. Okay. Well, I mean, you can't exactly save if you don't log in. And as far as I remember, you haven't exactly logged in a while. SN90. because of her thumbnail. Well, the information has been released. Look, it's in the in-game notices, and they also tweeted about it. The official Genshin page tweeted about it. It's an okay banner. Like, the character banner is fine. Like, it's not it's not amazing, but it's not great either. So for those who need what Kokomi and Mona both offer, which is off-field AoE Hydro application. In Kokomi's case, there's also healing on top of that. In Mona's case, she's damage, like she increases damage because of her burst, right? If you basically the main like thing that they do is AoE off-field Hydro application. Of course, Kokomi has longer application, whereas Mona's has a shorter application. And if you don't have Mona, obviously no one knows when you're gonna get a Mona. And if you want that or need that on your account, then Kokomi is actually not a bad choice, because she works not just in freeze teams, she also works in quite a few Dendro teams as well. And with the Hydro Nation coming, I don't know if the older Hydro characters will be significant in the quote-unquote Hydro arc of the game, right? Because like they whenever they release a new region, like in Inazuma for example, obviously it's the Electro region. Like Electro was sort of the thing then, and a lot of the Abyss iterations that they gave us were cycled around Electro, giving us certain buffs or advantages if you were using Hydro, giving us enemies that were that Hydro, or sorry, not Hydro, Electro were was good against, and you know, many other reasons. And same thing with Sumeru. Now we are currently in like the what is it, the Dendro arc, right? Where's basically a lot of the buffs in Abyss are circled around Dendro and Hyper Bloom, Burgeon, basically Dendro everything. And yeah, so I don't know if the older Hydro characters are going to be significant in the quote-unquote Hydro arc of Genshin.
Quietly now. Game's up. Fun's over.
Oh, no, not that. So what is this immune to? Electro? Sure. You did the new event? Kind of. I did it on the second and third accounts, but I haven't done it on the main account. Challenges were pretty fun to do. When you say fun, I mean like, yeah, I will agree with that. Like, they were actually pretty fun, but they weren't like fun, like combat fun. But I will say though, like they were fun, like Candy Crush fun. Candy Crush or like Plants vs Zombies fun. But they were definitely not, I don't know, they were definitely not like, some people might disagree with this, they were definitely not Genshin fun. Because to me, Genshin is a combat game. And I understand the game devs certainly don't seem to be taking Genshin in a combat only direction, because they have such a wide variety of players, and I'm pretty sure they're more catering towards where the money is coming from, the spenders, the people who are spending. And because Genshin, they haven't, it sort of gives you an idea of what the majority of the spenders are, like what kind of players the majority of the spenders are in Genshin, by thinking about what kind of game Hoyo has turned Genshin into. It's like a very casual mini game type of game now, as opposed to combat-oriented game. So that kind of gives you the idea that it kind of makes you think that most of the spenders in the game are casual players. Yeah, but I will admit again, like the mini games were fun, but again, they're like Candy Crush fun, or Solitaire fun, or like, you know, on an old Nokia phone, like on the old Nokia phones, like Snake, Snake fun. They were mini games like that fun, but I'd say they weren't like Genshin fun. But again, Genshin fun might be different to anybody, because Genshin is such a Genshin's a game that caters to so many different kinds of players. And to me, Genshin is a combat game, but to you, Genshin might be another type of game. Hey, what's up, Taz? How you doing, man? Hey, what's up, a Book Nerd's Paradise? Good to see you guys. Bad map, bad quest, bad banners. Speaking of the map, I actually didn't mind the... What was the map called? Hang on. Oh no, I'm on the second account. I can't actually look here. I don't remember what the map was called. Well, what in the world are you guys? You guys are going ham with those emojis. But yeah, so I didn't mind the limited time map. I don't remember what it's called, but I didn't mind it at all compared to the last one that we had, which was the rerun of the Golden Apple Archipelago. And the last time the the first time the Golden Apple Archipelago came out,
Solidify.
and I know this is just my preference, because it just so happens to suit my needs. And what are my needs? My needs are games that don't take up too much of my time. Right? Because I'm an adult. I have a job. I have a family to spend time with and take care of. I have a house to take care of. So those are my needs. A game that doesn't take up too much of my time. And so I didn't mind this one, because what they did was they sort of integrated so much of it, like so much of the exploration into the quest, into like the main quest that you're obviously gonna follow if you want to unlock the whole thing. Yeah, and I didn't mind that, and they did that too with the newest part of Sumeru. They did something similar with this. They did something very similar where a lot of the map, like you sort of have to go to most of the map just to go through like the big long world quest to unlock the whole map. And I like that. And okay. And I like it in one way, but I also don't like it in another way. So the other way that I don't like it is they're like the quests, man. The Archon quests, world quests, basically even daily commissions. They've been giving us daily commissions for you know, some of the newer daily commissions, Archon quests, world quests, that have so much dialogue in them, so much dialogue that don't need to be there. Dialogue that are expressing the story. They're telling us the story, but then it's a 3D game with cutscenes and stuff that they could just show us the story. They could just let us watch the story unfold instead of telling us word per word what is happening. Yeah, and I understand that now since they're making the quests longer anyway, they might as well integrate some of the world exploration along with it. But why don't they just do it the other way around, right? Like, why don't they just make the quests the same, you know, like take up the same amount of time, but just not with dialogue? And I guess I understand dialogue is like, it's easier to make quests last longer just by adding longer dialogue compared to actually adding more content. I understand, and I'm just a guess, just absolutely guessing here, but I feel like Genshin for a long time now has been running on some sort of like just a skeleton crew. And when I say skeleton crew, it's like the bare minimum number of game devs, writers, supervisors, whatever. The minimum number of manpower that is needed to keep Genshin updating every, like, whenever an update is scheduled to be. And of course, that's how businesses operate. Hoyo is it's a private company, right? Yeah, it's not an IPO, right? It's not a publicly traded company. It's a company. It is profit oriented, right? Of course, they need to earn money so that they can keep the games running, and on top of that, they need to keep earning even more money to fund any other projects that they might want to start up. Me and someone else are going crazy with emojis. Oh, that's you. I don't know who else the other people are. I can play other big games too after buying a new device. Oh, wait, are you buying a new device? If you are, then nice, congratulations. I hope I picked the right team. I feel like I didn't. Nope, I absolutely did not pick the right team. I forgot which domain I was going in. Okay. I will need to change out Yelan's weapon here. Oh, there you go. Okay, so again, minimizing, they're trying to minimize expenses and increase overall profit margins, right? That's basically what every business does, and I understand. Again, I have no complaints about this. Like, the only complaints I have is the end product that I am receiving because of what they have decided to compromise on.
Here comes the cash. No, my sword.
They're compromising on the amount of content they're able to put up to increase profit margins.
Solidified.
But then, because they're minimizing the amount of content that they can create to increase profit margins, it's also, at least in my opinion, it's also resulting in a worse product than it could be.
Let me weave you a verse. Game's up. Fun's over.
Oops. Whoa, why are there so many? No, they all got a shield. Oh. No, die. Okay.
Take it easy. Ring cutter. Here comes the cash. No, my sword.
Okay. On someone.
Quietly now.
E on you. Normal attack on you. Okay, and we're good. Bye controller with button macro, just so I can program it with auto spam expert dialogue. That's actually a pretty good idea. Jeez. All right, you know what? That's a pretty good idea. How would it work whenever you have to pick dialogue though? I mean, I understand like dialogue skipping, but what about like for times when you need to choose a dialogue, like a response? Can it do that too? As long as you position your cursor. Oh wait, it's controller. And I'm guessing that when you have a controller up, like when you're on controller, it would just turn off your cursor. I don't know. I'm just guessing. They transfer Genshin employees to Honkai, Star Rail. Yes, exactly. But not just to Star Rail. Not only to Star Rail. To ZZZ. To Star Rail, ZZZ. And whatever other games or whatever other projects they're working on. Yeah, because like imagine if you're a game company and you have like, let's say these like 15 like supervisors or managers, project managers that you've been working with and have been doing really well in like making really successful games that the company owns, like Honkai Impact. They made this banger of a game that got them to basically $3 billion in 2 to 3 years, maybe even more than $3 billion, right? They made this amazing game that attracted, like, you know, it's basically a phenomenon at this point. Like I wouldn't say it's as recognizable as like the GTA franchise. It's a little bit more niche than the GTA franchise, but it's pretty recognizable at this point. Like at this point, I see it in so many what is it called? Maybe not benchmarks, but like comparisons. Like whenever somebody has to benchmark certain GPUs or onboard graphics or whatever, GTA is there. Rise of the Tomb Raider is there typically. Not anymore now because it's a pretty old game. Red Dead Redemption, Cyberpunk, Genshin Impact. Not as often there as like some of the other games that I mentioned, but it's there occasionally, right? So it's fairly, that sort of tells you that Genshin is sort of a big deal now. And if you have these like supervisors, these guys that have been working with you for the past like 10-15 years and have been just crushing it with how well they're doing, the amount of the type of stuff that they're able to come up with, and how well they've managed that stuff for so long, you're not gonna want to leave them on that old project that isn't earning you as much money as it used to. You're gonna want them on your newer projects. You're gonna want them to make your newer projects, to make your newer games, to make your newer investments return a lot more than they would if you hired somebody that you didn't know. So that's, I imagine that's probably part of, like, I'm sure it's not completely accurate. This is just an absolute guess on my part, but pretty sure that it's, if not all of it is correct, then at least some of it is correct. Lost 50-50 today HSR. Wait, Happy, you're playing HSR? Wait a moment. Don't you have like that 15-minute limit thing? How do you have so much game time nowadays? I mean, like, I'm happy for you. You seem to be a lot less problematic now compared to. Oh no, okay. Oh, I still don't know how to do this correctly.
Human.
Oh, I don't have a shield. Ah, shield. I can't hit him. Come over here, please. Could you come closer? Thank you.
Solidify. I am the all-knowing God. Burn to oblivion.
Give me Hydro, please. No.
Off we
Okay.
go.
Kneel.
Give me an
Let's
E.
light it up.
E. Give me another E.
I
Ow.
always bounce back.
Oh my god. I severely underestimated the AoE on those things. No, it's not enough. Anyway, for those of you wondering what the title is all about, Hoyo is giving us terrible banners to help us save Primogems for Fontaine. That's all there is to it.
Good riddance, cruel world.
Oh, shield. E.
Born of ice and frost.
Another E. An E for you. No, that's not an E.
We're way behind
It's a charge attack. Oops. There you go.
Not possible.
Oh, wait a moment. Hey, wait a moment. Hey, a Bookner's Paradise. You went on vacation, didn't you?
This made her a little.
Please tell me I'm remembering this correctly. Oh, messed that
Let's
up.
light it up.
I can't lose them again.
You did? Oh, okay. How was it, man? I think I remember you were going to be on a beach for a few days with your cousins or something. I'll be a beggar and Zhongli comes. Hey, a lot of people like Zhongli, man. I still find myself using Zhongli quite often nowadays, but not as often as I used to, really. When you're like newer to the game and you're not as familiar at like dodging certain attacks and stuff, Zhongli can absolutely be a complete game changer. Yeah. And I'm thankful enough that I got Zhongli on which account did I get him on first? The main account, I believe. Yeah, the main account when I was sort of, well, maybe not new to the game, but like not old enough in the game that I'm good at actually playing.
No, my sword.
We crumble.
Oh no.
Stabilize.
Illusions are but distractions.
You.
Rain outlines your fate. Let
Oh.
me weave you a verse.
No, it didn't proc. Sack sword didn't proc.
Euthymia crumbles before me.
Went to the beach, it was fun. Ah, nice. Glad to hear that, man. Hey. Oh, so speaking of that, Book Nerd's Paradise, I remember a few days or about a week before that, before you went on vacation with your cousins, you said you were having some trouble, right? And I don't know how old you are. I don't know what your stitch in life is. But this is just something that I've noticed in life, and this is the way that I sort of see life nowadays. As everything typically just balances out on its own. Like okay, in that example, for example, in your like the last 3 or 4 weeks of your life, you had trouble on that 1 or 2 or however many days you had trouble, and then that was sort of like I sort of see that as like your like a lower point in life, and then sooner or later you either might keep going even further down, and then at some point you're going to either get like a really big up in life, like something really big, something really good is gonna happen in your life, or it's going to gradually sort of even itself out. Like you're going to slowly accumulate like smaller good things in life until eventually, like in the end, in the long run, it sort of just evens itself out. Like some people might see this as like a very copium way of seeing things, and maybe it is, maybe it's a copium way of looking at life for a for a poor person, right? And I mean, I will admit, I'm absolutely not rich. I wouldn't say I'm dirt poor, but I absolutely consider myself to be actually poor. How do you have so much realm currency? Well, Taz, oh, I don't know if you've been playing Genshin long enough, but there was a time when they sort of shut down the Teapot. They sort of shut down the Teapot, and they disabled editing anything in the Teapot for, it was a good long while. It was like 2 or 3 or maybe 4 versions in the game, and they didn't allow like any editing in the Teapot. I imagine that had something to do with what was that other game? I keep forgetting the name of this game. I just cannot for the life of me remember the name of this game. It was another game where the main game was like a lot more cartoony than Genshin, but it was also a 3D game. But the main game was basically, imagine Genshin's Teapot thing, but that's like an entire game. That's it, like nothing else other than that. I can't remember. I just, for the life of me, cannot remember the name of that game. Can anyone have any idea what I'm talking about? It was like a month after I started playing Genshin. Already wasted all the time. And that's how you don't have. Well, the real question here is, how do you not have that much, a lot of currency? I don't really spend more than what I earn. Like, I've calculated how much you earn with, where do you see it again? Like, yeah, so here, see, I put down like 20k of like adeptal energy, so I earn 30 an hour. 30 times 24 hours a day times 7 days a week is 5,040, which means I get 5,040 a week. And this is why I buy exactly what I buy every week. I buy this 1,200. I buy 5 of these. Yeah, 5 times 360 is, I have no idea. And then all of this is these two are the same, and then 2 Mora. See, I only bought exactly 2 Mora, and that all of that totals out to exactly 5,040. So I don't spend more than what I earn. Even though I have all this extra coin, I sort of just leave it in there. It's just my thing, right? I just like having a lot of. Even though in real life I don't have a lot of money in the bank, I would actually love to have a lot of money in the bank. Although if I had like a lot of money in the bank, I wouldn't just like let it sit there not doing anything. I would still have like a fair bit in the bank. If I had a lot of money, and then I would use some of it to like invest in some stuff, maybe like a small local business or stocks, currency trading, whatever, right? Like, isn't that what all the rich people say? All the rich people always say, don't let your money sit still and do nothing. Make your money work for you. And unfortunately, it's not. I don't think it's the ideal. I don't think it's a very humanitarian way of living, whatever our society whatever humanity has come up with for a society nowadays, right? Where the rich have an easier time of getting even richer, and the poor basically stay poor their whole lives, and are just they're sort of stuck there at the bottom of the pyramid, unless if either they get lucky or they get lucky. That's it. And to me, it's not an ideal society, but it's here, right? And we sort of don't really have a choice. Like, the only choice that we got is to either completely disconnect from society and like go out and live in the mountains. But then if you have a family, you're not just making a decision for yourself, you're also making a decision for your family. What if sooner or later your children come into contact with other people and they see that these people have this or have that, have smartphones, have cars, whatever? What if your children want that? And because you made the decision to completely disconnect yourself from society, sorry, just swapping accounts, guys. Yeah, you made the decision for yourself to completely disconnect from society, because that's your preference. Now you don't have the ability to get your children what they might want from human society, because you've completely disconnected from it. What you want might not always be what your family wants. I want to deal 100k damage in game. Who's the best character for that? Like Hu Tao, Child, Raiden. Child's actually pretty good at it. Yeah, especially if you have a few certain other characters. Like if you have Sucrose, right? Either Sucrose or what's her name? Sucrose, Kazuha. Who else? Yeah, I guess that's it really. Yeah, like other than that, you just need a pyro character. If you have C6, no, maybe not her. Yeah, because it's a little hard. Mona, yeah, like if you have Mona, any pyro character, and you have Sucrose, you can easily make Tartaglia do 100k. Okay, hang on. I'm so sorry. I keep switching accounts, but I just have to reset expeditions, guys. I swear we'll be back on track. I swear. I just have to reset expeditions on my other account. Yeah, of course you still have to actually build him. Like you still need to actually build him like properly. If your only goal is just to do 100k and not like consistently and not an actual character, like usable character build, then you just, I don't know, like get like 180 or 200 or more crit damage and then like 30% crit rate. If your only goal is just to do it once, then sure, have like 20% crit rate and like 300 crit damage on your Tartaglia. And then just keep retrying until you finally get it, and until you finally get him to crit. But if your goal is to actually have usable DPS, like damage per second, not screenshot, okay? Damage per second, then of course you would have to build him with a reasonable amount of crit rate. And crit damage. Okay, that's it. All right, swapping to the main account now. $50 crit rate, 170 crit damage, good for child. I don't know. Like it's in my opinion, the amount of I'm going by. Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us for a bit. Bookner's Paradise. Take care, man. thanks for going ham on those emojis, man. So, in my opinion, I think the amount of crit rate that you should have on a character should highly depend on your own tolerance for like how often you can tolerate your characters not critting. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Like for me, for example, I hate it when I hardly ever see my characters do their normal big numbers, right? Like when they crit. So that's why ever since I started playing Genshin, even when I was like a complete noob, had absolutely no idea how any of this worked. I've always targeted to have like 60% or more crit rate, because I feel like 60, if we remove the random part of crit rate, if we remove the randomness of it, so it would be as if you're going to crit 60 times out of 100, 60 out of 100 hits, right? And that's at least that's like if we remove the randomness, like every time you hit 100, 60 of those are going to be crits, right? And that's if we remove the random part of crit rate, then to me 60 out of 100 is tolerable for me. It would be better if I had like 70 or even 80 if possible, but because the way that the stats in Genshin work, it works similar to like an RPG game, to where if you want more of certain stats, you're gonna have to sacrifice other stats. And if you want more crit rate, if you want like 80 or 90% crit rate, and I end up sacrificing crit damage to where I'll have 90 crit rate and 50 crit damage, I'd rather have 60 crit rate and 100 crit damage. Yeah, I've always, like, when it comes to crit rate and crit damage, I've always sort of just relied on my own personal tolerances, whether it's Genshin or any other games that have crit rate and crit damage built into them. Show me your Hu Tao build, please. Sure. This is on my third account. This is not my best Hu Tao, but it's okay, I guess. I got super lucky on this third account, by the way. It was during the Yelan Hu Tao banner. Before the Yelan Hu Tao banner, I had no Yelan, I had no Hu Tao, and at that point I saved up so many Primogems. I think I had like 32,000. Yeah, I think I had like 32k Primos and quite a few intertwined fates. I had quite a few fates, and I had like somewhere around like 32 to 36k Primos saved up for like a very long time of just not wishing at all. But I knew that wouldn't be enough to get everything that I wanted. I wanted at least C0 Yelan, which I got. I wanted C1 Hu Tao, which I also got. And I wanted 1 Homa, which I got. But the thing is, I didn't get Homa, and I was already at C1. I was already C1 Hu Tao. I was already at C0 Yelan. I didn't get a Homa, but I got Aqua Simulacra. But the thing is, I don't really care for having Aqua Simulacra on Yelan because I prefer giving her Fav Bow to help, to help smoothen out my rotations. So now I hardly even use Aqua Simulacra on Yelan. Most of the time I use it on my Ganyu.
Rim cutter. Gotcha. These are about to get dicey. No, my sword.
Hey, what's up, Joshua Fong? Good to see you again, man. So, and then at that point, I got my Aqua Simulacra, and then I don't remember what I got. I got another... Oh no. It wasn't... wait, I didn't even, like, get 2 5-star weapons on the weapon banner.
Rain outlines your fate. Game's up. Fun's over. Take it easy. Shut her quietly now. Witness the power of Kuwa. No, my soul.
Yeah, I didn't even get 2 5-star weapons on the weapon banner. I got Aqua Simulacra, and then the next 5-star I got was Homa. But then before I got Homa, I was at, I think, like less than 5 pity, and I was out of Primogems, like 0 Primogems. And then in the next few days, the next like 1 or 2 weeks, I just went on with the game, right? I just went on, just did my dailies, did events and stuff. I slowly crept up with pity. I was still pretty low pity. I think I was like 25 or 30 pity, and then I got Homa. And I was like, wow, okay, I got everything that I wanted, and I sort of told myself that I cannot complain. I absolutely could not complain at all about this account, about Genshin, because even though I had a lot of Primogems saved, definitely mathematically was absolutely not enough to get what everything that I wanted, but somehow I got what I wanted. Been a while, hasn't it? It has been a while, yeah. I mean, the thing is too, like, I haven't streamed a lot since last week. Like last week I only streamed once because I had some stuff going on in life, just IRL stuff, and then on Thursday and Friday I wanted to stream, but there was something wrong with the internet, and so I couldn't. And yeah, it's been a while since I streamed last week Monday, but I haven't seen you here in a while, man. How are you? You have Al-Haytham weapons? I have Harbinger of Dawn. I have Iron Sting. Yes. But no, other than that, no. Absolutely not. I don't have the... Ooh, what was that sword? Can't remember. Foliar or something? Light Foliar of Light? Whatever it's called. My Al-Haytham has 50, 200... Oh, you were asking Chauvin, sorry. Okay. 50... Oh, you know what? While I have this team up, might as well do this. My Al-Haytham is 50, 200, is it good? I think it's okay. But again, like I said, I think crit rate is... It's up to you on how much your tolerance is of how often your characters will not crit. If you feel comfortable about only critting half the time, then sure, by all means, sure, stick to 50%. But if you're not happy with it and you want your characters to crit more often, then yeah, you get more crit rate. Of course, don't sacrifice too much of your other stats just to get more crit rate, such as attack or energy recharge. Or crit damage.
Stabilize.
Witness the power of Kuwa. No, my sword. Game's up. Fun's over.
Those shoes, I got electric guitar and I'm practicing. Oh, I think I remember you mentioned that last time you were here. You got an electric guitar. So how's it going?
Rain outlines your... Things are about to get dicey. Gotcha. Take it easy.
Speaking of electric guitars, I guess, well, not exactly a guitar, but a musical instrument, rather. Yeah. Speaking of musical instruments, I think it was a month ago, or like a little bit more than a month ago. I finally got my dad's old electric keyboard, like the electric piano. I don't know what the proper term for them is. Piano. Sure. Not like a real piano, but like an electric one. I finally had it fixed. Apparently, the only thing broken out of it was just the switch. Like, literally, the actual switch to turn it on and off. And I'm actually super disappointed that was the only thing that was broken. I'm happy that it, I didn't have to spend even more on getting it fixed. I also did not have to use that burst right there. I wasn't paying attention. Literally a 50 cent, maybe even less switch. Just a tiny power switch. Probably 25 cents. I don't know. 25 to 50 cent switch. And then they had to charge me $30 for like the service fee. And again, I understand. Right? It's not about whatever parts they replace. Of course, I will have to pay for whatever they replace. But on top of that, they also I was paying for their time and their skill and their craft. I don't know. It still feels kind of bad, man. Still feels really bad. I paid $30 just to get a 25 cent part get replaced. And it didn't even take them long. Like, as soon as I left there, like an hour later, they texted me, said it was done. Man, that's like an easy $30 for them. Account reviews? No, I hardly ever do account reviews, man. I'm so sorry, Taz. Why do you want account reviews so badly? Oh, I guess I understand. Like, at least like for me, I actually like watching account reviews because it sort of gives me an idea of where my account is at. And in comparison, it gives me an opportunity to compare my account to how others are doing. It makes me, in a lot of cases, make me feel better that my account isn't as bad as I think it is, and sometimes it actually does make me feel worse because I actually see people that have artifacts, like really good artifacts, like let's say like a crit rate circlet with like 38 crit damage, or like a crit damage circlet with I don't know, 18 crit rate, something like that. And then like me here having absolutely none of that ever, for like even across all three accounts, despite, okay, here's the thing too, so maybe it doesn't work this way, but if you think about it, I have 3 accounts, right? And all my 3 accounts are more than 2 years old at this point. Each of them, right? Like all of them are more than 2 years old at this point. Not in total, but like each of them is actually more than 2 years old. Which means I have, although on F2P resin, I understand. I'm not on whale resin. I'm on F2P resin. Doesn't that mean that I have more than 6 years worth of resin spent across all the 3 accounts? And I understand not all of that has gone into artifact domains, but the way that I've been farming, most of them have gone to artifact domains. And more than 6 years of resin, and other people still have artifacts that I don't have? Is that sometimes account reviews make me feel good. They make me feel not as bad as I should about my account. Yeah, meow meow meow. Okay, so it's 6 meows. But sometimes they also make me feel really bad. Yeah, but I guess I guess I understand why you like account reviews and stuff, because I like account reviews too. Until I did them, and then I sort of realized, okay, I guess this was what M-Tash kept complaining about. Hey, what's up, Nude B? How's it going, man? Which one? Which one? This one. $30 for a repair. I owned a guitar. Its repair never cost me more than $10. Was it just an acoustic guitar? If it was an acoustic guitar, then that makes sense, because it's, you know, if it's an electric guitar, then that, you know, that's surprising, right? Because like I said, it was an electric piano, right? It's electronics, basically similar to a laptop, a computer, right? Any other electronics has a PCB inside of it. Oh, that was a question. Sorry, newbie. Yeah, you said it. You said you can, and that's sort of not really a question. If you said can you, then that definitely would have been a question. No, sorry, man. I'm not really doing account reviews. I hardly ever do account reviews. If you want help with your account, then I will actually help you out. But I don't like doing it live, because some people use account reviews as a way to flex their account and I don't like feeding people's egos. Like, I absolutely hate it, especially when they think they're flexing, because it's supposed to be a review, and like they want to feel like they're not even trying to flex, but even though they are, like, they know it in the back of their minds. But because they're telling people, oh, this is an account review, I'm just, you know, I want to know what you think of my account. Like, some people really are like that. This is just an account review. I'm not flexing. It's just, I guess my account's just really good. And then, like, them in the back of their minds, they're starting to feel really good, because like I'm actually feeding into their egos because I opened their account live on stream. And not just me, but also like other streamers. I've never heard of other streamers mention this before. I imagine they probably don't mind it because it's content. It's content. It's free content. It's the audience giving them something to do on stream. Sure. Okay. Me, I have a thing with behavior. Yep. Yeah, I have a really complicated relationship with behavior. Even I definitely wouldn't say I'm like the perfect example of a human being. I'm absolutely just like anybody else, just a normal dude playing video games. But yeah, I don't know. I just absolutely hate behavior that I don't approve of. Yeah, but I'm not saying that you're like that. I'm just saying that if I do yours, other people will think it's unfair that I do yours and not theirs. Why you wouldn't feed other people's egos? Yeah, I mean, like, cause, and the reason why I know that is because I have done that in the past. I have done that, and I didn't realize it that I was doing it until now that I'm older.
Quietly now.
And all I know is that I felt good doing it. I felt good that people were like, "Whoa, look at that! Whoa, really?" And like, people just seem so much more amazed if you don't say you're flexing. Like, people just seem so much more amazed than they do if you said you're flexing. Where is this bounty? Oh, it's the Hydra one. Okay. And it feels even better. Like, if you say, "Hey, here's a flex," and you're flexing something really good that you have, but because you said it's a flex, and then somebody upstages you and then like shows off something even better, then you know, like, then you feel bad about yourself. You're like, oh, okay, well, this is the best that I had, and apparently someone else had a better one. This, and they feel like this was supposed to be, like, especially like when somebody, let's say a streamer, for example, a streamer asks, hey, flex your stuff, and then you give out your ID. So the guy finally opens up your account, and then you see the chat reacting to it really well. You're like, whoa, what is that? That's awesome. And then somebody else flexes something similar but even better than yours later, and now your high has turned into your plus 20 high has now become a negative 20 low. Because you were so high, you fell so far down, and it feels worse than if you just fell. And if you didn't fly so high, it's like if you didn't fly so high and you just fell down the stairs, then it sort of just doesn't hurt. But you flew really high already, and then you fell down the stairs. You fell a lot further, so it hurts a lot more. Needs more stat to piss them off. I know. I don't know. Like, man. Just people, right?
Gotcha.
Humans. What are you gonna do?
Get with me.
What are you gonna do about humans? Hey everyone, yo, what's up, Killer Knight? How's it going, man? Yeah, I had an acoustic guitar and electric guitar are expensive. Oh, well, yeah, I mean, it's understandable. You like a repair to an acoustic guitar just would not cost anywhere above 500. Or sorry, 500. Like I converted $10 to pesos, because a dollar is like 50-ish Philippine pesos. So yeah, it's understandable that a repair to an acoustic guitar just wouldn't go anywhere above $10 or 500 pesos. When I was getting my electric guitar, I kept telling my dad, you don't need to buy it, it's expensive. My dad doesn't care and buys it. Okay. I mean, what?
Time to go.
I don't know, I feel like you're... So just from that one exchange, I feel like you were just in that one exchange. Maybe it's not with all of your exchanges, but just in that one exchange of words, you feel like you were more of the dad. That's okay. I don't know. Like, if my goal was just to learn the guitar, I would just get like an acoustic guitar. Problem with an electric guitar is you can't exactly bring it with you anywhere. And I guess like you know, like some people don't really want to use their guitar anywhere other than their home. And I guess I understand that. Wait, huh. Interesting.
Gather.
I don't know why. I feel like she's doing a lot less damage than she should be. Thanks so much that I can't explain. When Fontaine will come, I'll be very happy. Alright, sure. You do you, man. I get super scared when my brother sits near to my electric guitar. Your brother, what is it? A little brother? Also makes learning electric easier, but not vice versa. Really? I didn't know that. Wait, so is there a difference even? What is the difference? Oh, a music front, that's fine.
Things are about to get dicey.
Falling leaves. Adorn my night. Wind strike.
Solidify!
Game's up. Fun's over.
Acoustic is a lot harder on the fingers because you gotta press harder to make chords ring. Electric's a lot easier. Ah, okay. That makes sense, I guess. Yeah. Because the amount of sound that the guitar is going to make, because it's like I guess it's like the difference between what kind of bow is it? I guess it's the difference between a long bow and a composite bow. Right, like if you learn the to use a long bow before a composite bow, then the amount of like power that you're gonna get from your, because the amount of power that you're gonna get from your long bow is dependent on like how hard you pull it, compared to a composite bow. It's just gonna be according to how much you set. Okay, that sort of makes sense. Bow comparison. I mean, I'm literally using a bow character, dude. So it's the first thing that came to my mind. I also remember this documentary. I don't think it was a documentary. I guess it was just a show. I don't know, but it was from what channel was that? I didn't exactly see it on TV. I just saw a video of it, and it just so happened to have like the name of the channel on it. I think it was like History Channel or something. I don't know, but it wasn't really a documentary. It was more like just an educational show, educational slash entertainment, if you would call it that. It was, what was it called? Something like, it was titled something like Superhumans or something like that. It was it was something to do with like superhumans. And there was this guy who, one of them was like a true just an absolute master of the longbow. And wow, so imagine this: a guy who shoots a longbow, throws a Mentos like, I don't know, 20 feet into the air, and 20 feet into the air, and for him, hitting that Mentos is like just another day at work.
As I remember.
It's just as easy as like any factory worker doing one of the steps, one of the 5 steps that their job tells them to do. It really looked like the most casual thing he's done all day. And the real challenge that he had to do was to throw a washer, like a really small washer, into the air, like 20 feet into the air, and shoot an arrow through before it falls down. He eventually got it after like an hour of trying, he said. After like, I think it was like 80 tries, he said, he eventually got it. And I was like, wow. How? And this was a longbow too. Not a composite bow, but a longbow. There were also some gunslingers in that show. I don't know if you guys have seen it. I think it's a pretty old one. Either that or it was just like a really bad copy of it. My dad gave me his old external hard drive, like I think it was like 6 years ago, and it wasn't super reliable anymore because like the connector on it was like super janky already. So what I did was I copied a bunch of the stuff off of it onto my own hard drive. Oh.
Next on the agenda
Is pain.
Adventure time.
Ah, no. Get over to him. Shoot him.
Good riddance, cruel world.
RJ, what's this about Hoyo helping us? Oh. It's just Hoyo, man. Hoyo's helping us save Primos by giving us bad banners. So while the character banner isn't too bad, it's actually I don't know, it's okay. I think the second half of 3.8 character banners is okay. It actually makes sense. Like the banners actually make sense, right? Like, so there's Farazan in there. Farazan's a pretty good support for Wander, and another 4-star in there is Rosaria, and she is part of, like, you could actually make a team out of that. You could actually make a team out of that. Kokomi and Rosaria, that's a freeze team right there. And Yuanfei is like, okay, whatever. just throw in a random 4-star in there. They've sort of done that for a long time already, so I'm not even surprised. So it's not a bad character banner. The weapon banner, though, very different story. Weapon banner is a very different story. Like, okay, hang on. Let's go look at the weapon banner, right? Where is the weapon banner? Where is the weapon banner? There it is. The donut. Und a bell. 4 stars are okay, I guess. I mean, I don't know. Like, no, never mind. Never mind. I guess Dragon's Bane is okay. It's okay. Yeah. Favbo, sure, but everyone has a free Favbo just by completing the Mondstadt Archon quest, I believe. Yeah, it's they give you one for free really early on. Really early on in the game. But then like everything else about this banner is okay. I mean the bell I don't know. I mean, like if you look at Freminet's drip marketing, she looks like she has the bell on. So maybe the bell will have some uses soon. But that's a big maybe. It's a big maybe. The only thing that's good is the Fabo. I don't even know what Wine and Song do. I know it's part of like the Ali Flash like series of limited 4-star weapons. But man. They're actually, oh wow, I just realized this. They actually put 2 bells in here. There's like the bell and an actual bell. Somebody at Hoyo certainly has a sense of humor. And the only people that might ever want the donut is just the people who want to use their Kokomis as main on-field DPSs. Just normal attacking with them. And so I don't know if the statistics are still the same. But ever since Hoyo disabled, I don't know the proper terminology for it. I'm not a tech guy. I love tech, but I'm not like an actual techie. I don't know the proper terminology for it. Ever since they disabled their API for whatever, like a lot of the websites where a lot of the third-party websites where all their like the thing that they do was supposed to be statistics. They don't really have statistics anymore because, well, the API is gone. They don't have access to the data anymore. So ever since then, like at least like before then, back then, everybody knew that not a lot of people went for Kokomi. Kokomi's banner sales were pretty bad, but what was good about Kokomi was a lot of people, surprisingly, that had Kokomi were using her. Like, her usage rates were pretty high. Usage rates in comparison to the people that had her. So imagine like if okay, I guess let's say out of 10 million Genshin players, let's say 10,000 people have her. What is that? 1%? Is that even 1%? So 10% is a million. 1% is 100,000. Okay, that's 0.1%. Okay, let's say 10,000 people have Kokomi. If even if let's say half of those people, let's say half of those 10,000 people that have Kokomi actually want to use her as an on-field DPS normal attacking. I mean, okay, like there's the 5,000 people out of 10 million that want the donut. Her voice actor was different this summer than... Really? Wait, who? Kokomi? You sure about that? Really? I didn't actually pay attention. I sort of just skipped everything like I always do. Okay, if Genshin is frozen, don't worry. Your internet's fine. Your internet's fine. I'm just alt-tabbing so that I could do the daily what is it called? Check-in thing. I think that's it. Yeah, okay. Got it. Where's Genshin? There we go. Oh, wait, that's a mistake. Almost made a big oopsie. So, the past 3 days? Yeah, okay, 3 days. The past 3 days. Isn't Donut just for heals? Yeah, I mean, like, it's for heals, but it's also for HP. Right? And of course, Kokomi's damage comes from HP. So, yeah. The past 3 days, I've finally started to raise Yao Yao on my third account. I didn't want to raise her on my third account because on my third account I didn't have enough of the slime drops, the slime condensate or whatever it's called, to get her to max ascension, and to get her skill and burst to level 9. No, I don't have my burst, I don't have my skill. This is terrible.
Solidify.
Oh, where is it? Here's Wander without Zhongli. You can, but it's really annoying. Because Wander is so vulnerable while he's up there. Yeah, it's very much like Zhao. Right, like Zhao, while Zhao isn't flying, but Zhao is like, because he does plunge attacks. He's very much like Zhao. He's just up in the air and very, very vulnerable. So you can play Wander without Zhongli, but I wouldn't I wouldn't recommend it. Really. I really would not recommend it. Unless if you're like really good at video games in general, like you're just really good at, you know, at like your reaction time, your eyes, like how quickly you can react to stuff. If you think you're pretty good at that, sure. You do you. There's 2, 3, 1. Okay. Here she is. Although I don't know how I feel about you know, ever since I raised Yao Yao, most of the time on most of my accounts, I just have Fab lands on my Rosaria. I don't always use Rosaria, but when I do, I typically just think that all her gear is just right there and they didn't touch it. And I don't know how to feel about this now that I might end up using Rosaria in Abyss at some point, and then like on Chamber 3. In Chamber 3, I feel like I'm having so much trouble getting her burst back or somebody else's burst on the team back. And then I realized, is that Dragonsbane? Let's see. Hours. Okay. Yeah, I guess I could leave it here. Wonder has no hyper armor. Oh, you mean super armor? It's horrible to play without a shield. Yeah, he is. Unless maybe if you're running him with Xingqiu, sure, you get some kind of super armor from Xingqiu's rain swords, but it's still not as good as having an actual shield. Oh, Forge. Oh, I forgot. I didn't really go into the Teapot, did I? Hey, what's up, Shadow? How's it going, man? I wish the side quests had voice lines instead of so much reading. Yeah, I wish so too, right? Because like, I know that a lot of the side quests are very much just background world lore. A lot of them are sort of background world lore, but they do treat them as something important in the game, because a lot of the unlocking hidden areas in new maps seem to be unlockable only by doing these side quests. So they do treat them as pretty important, but I guess not important enough to spend money on voice acting. And I guess I understand there's a very big difference between not having voice acting and having voice acting, right? Because like, not only do you now have to pay people to pay voice actors and actresses for voices, now you have to pay for studio time. So if you have your own studio, which I'm pretty sure Hoyo has, because they have dough, they have lots of dough. I imagine they probably also use their own studios for Genshin and stuff. I don't know, like they might or they might not have it. But if they don't, then studio time, and not only does that mean studio time, but you also have to have your directors there, right? Your directors for like the people who decide if this is a good like performance for what you're trying to achieve with this scene. And the people that are in charge of that are going to be in charge of putting these audio files into the game. Yeah, so it's a lot more than just paying people to voice act. Yeah, but I honestly do wish that they actually had them voiced, because in a lot of cases these extra quests, these side quests are longer than the Archon quest, and some of them are actually really good too. Can I use Wander with Thoma? You can. How would it work though? How does Thoma's burst work with Wander being up in the air? Does it go down to the ground? I've never seen that before. Oh, nice. Wait. All of them are unlocked today? I do want to skip 50% of Genshin. I mean, like, okay, the thing is, like, we want to skip, like, most of the dialogue because most of it is, like, meaningless. Like, there's no substance in it. Most of it is just unnecessary. I heard some voice actors are not getting paid. Oh my god. Wait, isn't there a thing in Hollywood nowadays? Where actors and like people who work in Hollywood are on strike or something? Oh, I need to do that. Okay. Huh. Oops, didn't mean to do that.
Let's play.
Oh. Not yet.
Brace yourselves.
Is Echoes good for you, Mia? Echoes. Sorry, what is Echoes again? I'm so sorry, Rem.
Here we go.
Echoes is an artifact set, right? I don't really pay attention to the names of the artifact sets, especially if they're artifact sets that I've never ever used. Echoes of Offering, I think. Is that right? I don't actually know what that does. What does it do? I forgot. Although the fact that I forgot means like it's probably not something that has ever crossed my mind. Okay, just give me a minute. I'll check out the map and see where it is. I don't even remember where it is. Oh, I can open the map. Nice. Okay, cool. Echoes. Where is Echoes? That's not in here. That's Deepwood and Gilded. Is it here? No. Oh yeah. Is it here? Echoes. Oh, this thing. Okay. Normal attack hits opponents. There's a 36% chance they'll trigger increased normal attack damage by 70%. Be dispelled 0.5 seconds after a normal attack deals damage. If normal attack fails to trigger. Let's see. It's okay, I guess. The problem with this is like it's a bit random because it's only a chance. Like, look at this. Right? It's only a chance to do this much more damage. And the problem with this too is it only lasts for one hit. Once you do this bonus damage, it's gone. And then after that you'll get the 36% chance again to do the same amount of damage. And then if you don't happen to get this, it'll increase, like your chances will get higher and higher to do the bonus damage. And then once you get that bonus damage, it's gone again. And it's sort of random. The problem with that on Yoimiya is the biggest hit on Yoimiya is her 5th attack, is her 5th hit on her normal attack string. Is the 5th hit of her normal attack string. And what if you get this on her other hits, right? Like the smaller hits, then that would be terrible. So while it's okay, I don't know, I wouldn't recommend it. Yeah, I wouldn't recommend it. I would just, you know, and it's a terrible domain to farm. Please, like, I don't know, like maybe if you have Zhao, sure. If you have Zhao, then and you're trying to farm for this, sure, maybe. And you're gonna end up getting a lot of these too. Okay, you might as well use it if you have it. Another domain that a lot of people are farming is the emblem domain, because so many characters want this. Xingqiu, Yelan, who else? Beidou, Raiden Shogun, Xiangling, even Mona if you want Mona to do damage on her burst. Right, so many characters want this set, want emblem, and this just so happens to be really good on Yoimiya. Right, where okay, yeah. Let's go take a look at it. So look at this. So how much did you get from Echoes? You get 70% on one hit, whereas this, you get 50% more damage percent for 10 seconds. 10 seconds, that's like, what is that? How long is Yoimiya's duration? I think it's less than 10 seconds, right? So this is just so much better than Echoes. Another domain that I guess, like, if you're farming the Chasm domain because you have Zhao, then like this is not even that much better than 2-piece VV, or sorry, a 2-piece Animo and 2-piece attack. It's, you know, like it might be a little better, like with the same exact substats, main stats, etc., but not by much, not by a lot. I think it's 12 seconds already. It is. Oh, okay. Well, still, right? Like the majority that you're getting 50% compared to 70% of some of your hits. I don't know, it might even be better to farm this domain for your Zhao. Like you get, you know, one of the artifacts in here is a 2-piece 2-piece Animo, and the other one is really good for Bloom teams in general. And Bloom teams, well, really good. I would say it's highly advisable to invest into a good Bloom team. I mean, even if you don't invest that much, Bloom teams just work, man. You play other games? I do, but not really. I don't really have the time to play other games.
Animal test 6308. Enhanced animal module 75. Absorption test.
Can cryo teleport here? Thank you.
Animal test 6308.
Oh no. Ow.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Absorption test.
Can you teleport over here? Thank you very much. Description? The description of those artifacts is brain rot. They could make it so much simpler to understand. You are absolutely right. You know where this started? This started with the clam set. This absolutely started with the clam set. And as to why, no idea. I do not see any benefit at all to anyone, the players and to Hoyo, by making their descriptions so much more complicated. So much more complicated than they should be, at least. I can't think of any, like, no matter how hard I try to imagine myself that I was Hoyo, I just cannot think of any reason or any benefit that I would get by doing that. This is actually pretty fun. Like I said, it's like oh, it's like Candy Crush fun, but it's not like Mortal Kombat fun. This island was released, the last artifact domain, the newest artifact domain. So before Inazuma, right? We had Mondstadt, we had Liyue. Oh, I guess there was this. Yeah, this was released before Inazuma. It's not that bad, right? It's pretty straight to the point. Elemental skill hits an opponent. Attack of nearby opponents hits attack nearby party members increased by 20%. And their shield strength increased by 30%. Okay. Effect can be triggered once every 0.5 seconds. Still be triggered. Character who's using artifacts that is not on the field. Right? Straightforward. Explains exactly how it works. And then after that, did we get anything else? After that was Inazuma. The emblem domain. And you look at these. Like, look at that. Right? Elemental burst damage increases elemental burst damage by 24% of energy recharge. A maximum of 74% bonus damage can be obtained this way. Straight to the point. Alright. When casting elemental skill, if the character has 15 or more energy, they lose 15 energy, and normal attack plunge normal charge plunging attack damage increased by 50% for 10 seconds. This effect will not trigger again during that duration. Okay, straight to the point. Right, straight to the point. After that, they sort of what they did was they were slowly releasing the islands. Eventually, they released. I don't remember which one they released first. I think they released Watatsumi Island first. I don't exactly remember. And then they released Serai Island. And when they released Serai Island, they didn't have this yet. I think that came after all of Inazuma was released. And then when they released this domain, boy were we in for a shock. Yeah. I mean, like, man, boy were we in for a shock. People were actually memeing about this for so long. Even from the special program to like a few months after the domain was released. From the special program that it was revealed in. Man, like this is pretty long, but like next to this it looks pretty short. Like they're trying to, I don't know why they're trying to, like, look at this. A sea-dyed foam will appear for 3 seconds. Like it's like they're trying to make it sound like it makes sense in lore, and at the same time explain to the players how it works. They're trying to really hard to put it together. RJ is boring to understand. I know. It is boring to understand. Although, like I said, I have a thing with behavior. Like I have a fascination. I have a hatred and a fascination for human behavior. So I like thinking about why people do the stuff that they do. And yeah, I don't know. It's just a thing that I have. I think I have enough resin on the other accounts to do domains. So I'm swapping. Oh, I might also, yeah, I guess I should do the event, the new event on the main account, because like the whole thing has been released today. If it's not to the point, I skip. Right? Like there is so much of that in the dialogue nowadays. In the Archon quest dialogue, the World quest dialogue, I hate it so much because like they're already showing us the story, you know, by showing us what we're doing. They're showing it to us in the cutscenes. They're showing it to us in like how certain characters are interacting with each other, etc. But it's just so dumb that they somehow have to write it into the dialogue. Not only are we not seeing it, because they wrote it into the dialogue, they don't need to show it to us because it's already there. They already told us what happened, how this worked, etc. And because of that, now they don't feel the need to have to put it into the to put it into the cutscenes to show it to us in the actual gameplay, in like in the world, in the 3D world, because they told us what happened instead of showing it to us, and it's just so much more boring. Oh, the timing for this is much more different than Beto's.
And leap. And step. And step. And leap. Flag fly. And leap. Observe. And leap.
Oh no, I think I missed the yellow one.
And step.
What the?
Observe.
Oh, my thing was on cooldown? Okay. Can I hit them all from here? Oh, pff, I went too early.
Observe.
I went too early again. The timing is very, very different from Beto's.
And leap.
Beto's is like somewhat delayed. It's quite delayed actually. Quite a lot more delayed than this.
And step.
I think I missed the yellow one again.
And leap. Observe. And leap. Observe. And step.
Good thing artifact descriptions aren't movies. If artifact description, no, actually, you know what? The artifact descriptions are movies. It's called Genshin. Because apparently there isn't much else left in Genshin because they hardly give us a game to play. They just want us to play dialogue simulator. Oh, there we go. I can't actually stream right now. I would love to do like do like a fake Zhao voice, but I can't scream right now. People are sleeping. It's also in the middle of the night where I am. Not only would it wake my family, it would also wake my neighbors.
Worthless. Here. Worthless.
Oops. Wouldn't it be nice if Zhao's burst lasted this long? Could you imagine if Zhao's burst lasted this long? Jeez. I mean, people would still swap out of him just so they could rotate through their other characters' abilities.
Worthless.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure people would still... Wow. I didn't realize he could jump that high. Lemint. I mean, Zhao gets it, right? Zhao knows we're going to Fontaine, so he's already he's already brushing up on his French. Le mint. Le mint. Le jump. Le plunge.
Hey! Go go Baron Bunny! Hey! Hey! Go go Baron Bunny! Yeah! Hey!
Oh, I think that one's too short. Too short. Nope.
Hey! Hey! Go go Baron Bunny!
Although I do think it's quite like props to creativity though for being able to come up with these mini games according to what the characters can do. Right? Like I can never imagine myself coming up with an idea like this kind of mini game. I'm just not someone with creativity in their mind. So I do have to give them props for creativity. It's just unfortunate that their creativity is being used to make games like these instead of an actual game.
Go, go, Baron Bunny! Hey!
Oh, that's it. Zhao would be unstoppable if it lasts that long. Zhao would be dead, I think. Because your shield would run out, your Bennett burst, and as well as your healing. Yeah, right? As well as your healing would run out, and because your burst is still going, you just get trigger happy, and then you would just notice that, hey, they're not dying anymore. Enemies aren't dying anymore. I'm the one dying, and then when you die, you like retry. I imagine that's what would happen. Oops. Amber's secretly a basketball player. Oh, maybe that's why her kit is so bad in Genshin, because she's actually supposed to be in NBA 2K23. Hey yo, what's up, Star Gaming? How's it going, man? The burst isn't ready.
Body and mind, let me read you. Let's light it up.
What's up? Nothing much, man. Just using up my resin. I actually just did all my weeklies. And in a few minutes I'm gonna be doing the whole like mini game event on my main account. What's your AR? 60? Been playing for a while, man. Also quite active. Quite actively.
Ring cutter, know my sword. Wind strike.
I can't even remember the last time I let my resin cap just because I wanted to. Yeah, like the only times that I remember I let my resin cap were either okay. Alright. Either I just couldn't log into the game because of reasons, or that like the internet's down, or like there's actually no power because of some sort of calamity or something. I remember that happening in I think it was like the end of 2019. No, not 19. 2021, I believe. I don't remember exactly. I remember a pretty big typhoon, because I'm from the Philippines, and we get typhoons here like left and right during typhoon season, man. Like in the past 2 weeks, we've had 2 typhoons come through the country. Thankfully, I'm not in a city that's often hit by a typhoon, but because, well, Philippines isn't exactly known for its good internet infrastructure. So yep, a windy day is all it takes for you to have a bad day on the internet, and that's not even with mobile data. That's like with wired internet, wired fiber optic internet, supposedly. It's supposed to be wired internet, but then like for some reason, you have a windy day, you have a cloudy day, a rainy day. It just all falls apart. Man, it couldn't just give it all to me. It had to be. It had to get really copium. It gave me like low rolls, right? Like imagine how like what kind of low roll is that? What is that? Like, so this is 2 rolls. 2 rolls of crit damage. 11.7 divided by 2. So that's an average of 5.85 per roll. The max roll on crit damage is 7.8. I mean, I'm not complaining. At least like most of them went into crit. But man, if these were high rolls, this could have been like 15, and this could have been like 12. And it's okay. Well, I can't complain. Like at least most of it went into crit. I don't really have a lot of those, a lot of sands that look like that. So whatever, it's still okay. Bro, casually rolling crit. I mean, that's sort of what I do. Is whenever something like that happens to me on stream, and most of the time it does happen when I'm just rambling, when I'm just babbling around like about whatever. I start to notice it, and my eyes widen. Like they actually widen IRL. My eyes widen, and then I was like, oh, okay, well, it's going. Okay, you know what? I'll just keep going too. I'll just keep going with whatever it is I'm rambling about. Let's see. I think, okay, tomorrow, 20 hours. Okay, I guess I just need to be next to Catherine then. I won't need... Yeah, so this is what I'm talking about. Recently, I haven't been logging into Genshin much. Like, as long as I know that my resin won't cap before the next daily reset. Because I'm in the Philippines, but I'm playing on the North America server. I'm on the North America server. The daily server reset happens at 5 p.m. for me, which means I'm not like asleep. It's not like early in the morning for me. By the way, RJ, got a question? Sure, fire away. Also, sorry, Star Gaming, I'm AR41. Any tips for me? I would recommend at AR41. It's pretty hard to farm much for making your character stronger at this point, Star Gaming. So I would recommend. Although you are actually able to farm talent books now. Yeah, talent books are these things. Yeah, they're these things, and there are talent books in each region. Like these ones for Inazuma, this one for Liyue, and this one for Mondstadt, and this one for Sumeru. So you are able to like max. You are able to farm like efficiently already at AR40 for those. So and I guess a tip is use this. Like don't let it stop regenerating as much as you can, because if your goal is to make your account stronger, Star Gaming, if you're more into like the combat side of Genshin, or like not even just that, but because you're a new player, your characters in your account is likely in a state where any of the combat in the game is like quite challenging, a lot more challenging than it would be in late game. If your goal is like for now is just to make your account stronger, this is like one of the biggest contributors to how strong your account gets in the long run. Like how much of this you have spent overall in like however long your account has existed is all like it. That is a big majority of how strong your account will be. Of course, another factor to it is how well you spent it. Like if you spent it on characters that you're actually using, rather than you spent it on characters that you don't use, or if you're spending it on on talents in Genshin, skills are called talents. You're spending it on talents that are going to be useful. Right? Again, basically, I'm saying that another factor of it is like spending it wisely. How much of it is like the main thing, and spending it wisely is another big thing too. So when you can start spending it as much as possible. Don't let it stop regenerating. When it's full, it stops regenerating. So just make it so that it's not full as much as possible for you. At AR 45, when you get to adventure rank 45, then you will be able to start farming for, because okay, hang on, excuse me. So when you look at an artifact domain, so you get, like when you look at these two, these are basically the same, right? You get the hunt 3 at adventure rank 40, which means you can farm this now, and you hunt 4 at adventure rank 45, you get this. But they look exactly the same. Now the actual difference here is when you farm here, there's only about a 1 in 3 chance that you will get a 5-star artifact, which means you will get like 1 5-star artifact every 3-ish runs. Like maybe 2 if you get lucky, 3 most of the time, and maybe 4 if you get unlucky. But whereas if you farm this will get unlocked at adventure rank 45. You are guaranteed to get 1 5-star artifact every run. And when I say every run, I'm talking about like a normal 20 resin run, because in Genshin we can do stuff like this. Hang on, I can't find it. When you I think it's a reputation. Yeah, I think it's in Mondstadt. So there's an NPC over. Oh, there she is. Like over here, you teleport over here, and then you walk down the stairs. There's an NPC over here that you could talk to. There's one in every region actually, and you can do bounties. You talk to them, you do bounties and requests, and you can do 3 requests every week and 3 bounties every week. Pick the hardest bounty because it gives you the most mora. For mora is like the in-game like gold. It's like in-game money. You use it for basically everything. You use it for upgrading, for leveling characters. You use it for upgrading materials. This is mora. You use it for basically anything. Upgrading skills, refining weapons. Yeah, you basically use it for almost everything in Genshin. And so yeah, you want to stock up on these bosses or talent books. It's up to you. You definitely it depends on the character. You said Kazuha, right? I would not recommend spending much
Every journey
on
has its
no. Actually, you know what? For now, I would recommend you don't level up Kazuha's talents. Right, like look at me. Like my Kazuha's like what? I have him maxed, but then like I didn't even level up his talents. Like I leveled them to 6, sure, but that's only because I had materials. Like I could do this, right? Actually, no, I guess I can't. I guess I can't. Oh, you know what? No, that's a lie. I just don't have them. I just didn't have them made into gold. Yeah. I have no, not those. Oh, what? Oh, yeah, that's right, because I just leveled up Sayu. Oh, sorry, not Sayu. Yao. Okay. Yeah, right. So, because, and all you have to do with Kazuha is give him as much elemental mastery as you can. Especially now in early game, because elemental mastery is just, it's a little bit easier to build him that way. He does more damage for less investment, compared to if you build him like a normal damage dealer with attack percent, with crit rate, with crit damage. So just give him as much elemental mastery as you can for now.
Enough to convince
Are you
anyone
still
to become a wanderer.
waiting for your question? I am actually still waiting for your question. Yeah. So, Star Gaming, please, like, ask me any question you have, man. I mean, we're sort of dying down at this point. I'm just using up my resin, just making sure my characters are in places that they have to be, such as in front of Catherine. So when I log in the next time, I can reset expeditions immediately. Got 400 plus. 400 plus. Sorry, 400 plus what? Talent books? I mean, 400 plus. If you're talking about 400 plus, like the brown talent books, then those are easily gonna dry up sooner or later. But it's good that you're stocking up on them, because like sooner or later you might want them. But I would recommend, I guess, like leveling up your characters first. Oh, if you're having trouble with like combat stuff in the game, a Star Gaming, in case you have, let's see, where is she? Okay, there she is. In case you have Kuki Shinobu, I would highly recommend coming up with a what people call a hyper bloom team. And what it is if you have Kuki Shinobu and if you have Xingqiu or Yelan, well, you did say you only have Kazuha, so yeah. If you have Xingqiu, if you have Kuki Shinobu, then well, you didn't mention if you have Naida or not. I'm assuming you don't. I would highly recommend you go to Sumeru. You don't have to explore Sumeru. Just walk into Liyue. Walk through the chasm. Like, find your way around through here and find a little tunnel. Like, find this little tunnel right here. There's like a little tunnel over here. Yeah. And then you go through here and then just go to Sumeru. You don't have to explore Sumeru. You don't have to do the quest in Sumeru. Just go to Sumeru. Oops. Come on. Let's. Where's the end of this tunnel? Okay, just go over here. Alright, just, when you see that thing glow, press T, sure. Glide over here, press T again to go over there, press T up there, and then just get to this statue over here. And then with... I'm in Sumeru. Oh, okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Change your Traveler into Dendro. So, again, like I said, if you have Kuki Shinobu, if you have Xingqiu, change your Dendro character. My ping? Yeah, what's up with my ping? It's always been red. Have you not noticed? It's always been red. My ping never goes yellow. I'm physically sitting in Asia. I'm physically sitting in Asia, in the Philippines, and I'm literally playing on the North America server, which is on the other side of the world. There's absolutely no way my ping is gonna be less than what it is now. Yellow ping is a luxury. I mean, yellow ping would be awesome to have, but I also understand why I can never have yellow ping. Yeah, I also understand why. It just will not exist for me, because it's just a limit of physics. It's just a limit of physics. Yeah, like light can travel much faster. Like from North America to Asia, it can travel boom instantly, right? Speed of light is really fast. And the problem with that is light is not the only limiting factor. While we are using light to transmit data through fiber optic cables nowadays, the light can only travel. It's not even traveling at the speed of light. It's just traveling close to the speed of light through fiber optic cables. But the limiting factor is like everything else that is like connecting the infrastructure to each other. Like from this cable, there's like a connection here to another cable, and from that cable there's another connection here to another cable. It's not just one cable from my computer into Hoyo's servers in North America. So it's just a physical limitation. I'm so sorry, Star Gaming. Like, even if you give me your UID, like, I'll only be able to see the characters that are in your, I guess they're called character showcase? Yeah, I think that's what it's called. If you have not selected any characters in your character showcase, then, I won't see anything. What are you looking forward to? Oh, sorry, yeah. What are you looking forward to for the 4.0 update in Fontaine? I guess I'm actually now that you asked this, I'm actually looking forward to a lot fewer things that I'm anxious. I'm more anxious than excited. So I'm anxious because storage problems. I'm anxious because I'm gonna have to spend so much time again exploring and doing all the world quest stuff, all the Archon quests. I actually don't mind the Archon quests. I'm actually like emotionally invested in the Archon quest. I want to see what happens. So I don't mind the Archon quest, but it's like these world quests, these super long world quests that aren't even voiced. Like the story is actually good if you pay attention, but because they're not voiced, they're just so much worse than what they are. They're so much worse than what they can be. And I feel so bad, and I hate that I also understand why they're not voiced. But looking forward to I guess a new Archon. I'm looking forward to a new Archon. A new I guess like I don't know, gameplay mechanic. When I say gameplay mechanic, I'm talking about like a new like team dynamic, right? Like for example, and I understand when we go to Fontaine, there's not going to be a new element. It's like it's Hydro. We've had Hydro since day one. I understand that. It's not going to be like with Sumeru where we got an entirely new element, right? It's going to be very different. But I'm expecting new playstyles and new gameplay from unique and fresh new character kits and how they work with each other. So that's one of the few things that I'm looking forward to. Again, another thing is the Hydro Archon. Strong characters typically excite me. So far, all of the Archons, except Venti, have been really good. So I'm excited for the Hydro Archon. I'm excited to see how she works together with what characters. Speaking of that, I am actually a little bit anxious, a little scared that she might not work with a lot of the characters that I've already raised. So I hope she does. Otherwise, I'll be really disappointed if she hardly works with any characters that I've raised. That's decent, actually. Hang on. What do I have on Nahida now? Feather. That's hard to replace. That's actually hard to replace. 77 EM. I mean, I could use a bit more crit damage, but if I replace it with a new feather, I'd be losing crit rate, and all that EM, and I'd be gaining ER that I don't really need. Oh my god, I have I have so much better feathers. No, not gonna happen. I'm not gonna replace that. You should add voices to other quests other than story. Yeah, and like I said, I hate that I understand why this is not voiced, because they're just background lore, right? Like, it's not part of the main product. So I understand that Hoyo doesn't want to spend any more money on it than they need to, such as paying for voice actors, paying for studio time for the voice actors to record, paying, like, taking time away from their directors, whoever the director is for whatever scenes that they have to put into the game, the supervisors that are in charge of putting these audio files into the game, right? Like the game dev side. I understand like why they don't want to, because it's not part of the quote-unquote main product. The main product being the Archon quest, the main storyline, the mini games, the event quests that are voiced, because the main event quests are actually voiced, like this event, right? Like, it's fully voiced from start to finish. And this is, I guess, what Hoyo considers to be the main game. I'll send my character details in Discord. Oh, okay. A Star Gaming. Sorry, what's your... please let me know what's your name on Discord. My name on Discord is on our server is Elvis Einstein. So you can go to our need help. We have a need help channel. You can ping me over there, Elvis Einstein. I actually prefer Yao Yao's aiming compared to Amber's, because I could just use the mouse for aiming. That being said, the animation is a bit slower. It feels a lot more sluggish. What?
Don't be scared. Eula, you're up. Don't be scared. Stay put. Eula, you're up. Don't be scared. Eula, you're up. Don't be scared. Eula, you're up. Don't be scared.
Okay, I'm so sorry, guys. I can't believe a minigame like this is actually taking up all my focus.
Stay put. Eula, you're up.
Oh.
Stay put.
Oh, it's almost over. I just need one more.
Eula, you're up.
Yep, there you go. I guess you're gone already. But yeah, another thing that I'm looking forward to is, of course, the Archon quest. I'm excited to see what's next in the main storyline. But I'm also at the same time not looking forward to it, because it's just going to be a bunch of filler. Like 80% filler, 20% substance. Going to get going? Oh, okay. Hey, thanks for hanging out with us, Shadow. Take care, man. So, yeah. A Star Gaming, ping me on in our Discord server. Go to the need help channel and then ping me over there. The main things that I'm gonna need for you is maybe a screenshot of your character screen. I can't show it right now because like I'm in an event thing, so I can't see my own characters. But a screenshot of your characters, the characters that you have on your account, so that I can see what characters you have, so that I know like what teams I could recommend to you, what characters I could recommend that you invest in, especially now in early game. Still here, dude. Yeah, okay. I was just about to go. Oh, okay. Hey, I'm glad you caught that. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not looking forward to seeing the story progress, but just barely progress. because most of the stuff in the Archon quests are filler information that I don't really care about. Either filler information or just a ton of dialogue that is just so unappealing.
One with nature. Clouds high. The birds come.
Alright, hey, take care, Shadow.
Flicker. Here you are. Flicker. Flicker.
Oh, I'm not gonna make it. Okay. Well, we could at least go down here.
Flicker. Here you are. Flicker.
Oh.
Here you are. Flicker. Here you are.
How do you use Alhaitham's skill? Used it and it did not teleport me there. Teleport you where? Sorry? Because like Alhaitham's skill, when you press it, it will teleport you forward according to where he's facing. You can also hold it. If you hold it, then you can aim it just like you would Kaching's hold E. I got hit. Oh, when I saw this, when I did this event for the first time, I was like, if Wander actually was like this in the game, I would absolutely get him. Like, no questions asked. Instantly. As soon as his banner comes out, I would immediately get him.
You're dead.
Just like, and I wouldn't even use them in Abyss, I would just use them for exploration. Like, look at this. Right? Like, if you could do this with Wanderer, like, in the open world. Oh. Okay.
You're dead.
Oh, come on. Oh. I cannot imagine how much fun this would be in the open world and not just in an event. It actually is fun. Wonder doesn't have that much fly stamina. I know. But if he did, though, I would absolutely get him, and I probably wouldn't even level him. I mean, I might level him, but just enough so that he wouldn't die immediately in the open world.
I'll catch up.
I don't quite fully understand this event. Like, I know that because I didn't read the descriptions, like, I guess these bright yellow ones are sort of power-ups. That if you break them, you can one-hit these white blocks. And I know these, I guess these dark red ones are explodey things. Where they'll blow up one line and there's like a brighter, slightly brighter yellow one, like this. Where I think it'll blow up the entire wall.
Someone needs assistance.
Okay. I guess my understanding is right. It seems to work like that. I should get over here. If you had that much, no one will be on the ground. I mean, that's the point. I don't want to be on the ground, especially with the way Hoyo has been designing maps lately. Still streaming. Hey, what's up, Happy? Yes, still streaming. Yeah, I'm actually quite happy that, you know, the last part of this event got released today. At least I'll be able to do it today. Hey, what's up, Bailu? How are you, man? I was not expecting that. Nah, that's all. I mean, you know, I've ended streams, like Monday evening streams, a lot later than this. But yeah, I'm definitely. I would honestly prefer not to end too late though. 1:20 a.m. right? Yeah, it is.
Go, Spirit Bunny!
But
Get him! Go, Spirit Bunny! Hey, get him! Go, Spirit Bunny! Get him! Hey! Hey!
I actually also really like. I don't know if you guys will believe me on this, but I actually really like Amber's character design. I don't know, like, it fits her character so well, I think. And I like her character design in the same way that I like Charlotte's. Like, I can't seem to put my finger around it, but, like, it somehow just fits. I don't know, I just think it suits the character so well. Oh. Japanese voice is so funny. I mean, okay. Oh, you know what? That's actually another thing that I realized. Yeah, because you're playing on you're just streaming it now. You're just playing it on the cloud. Yeah, I guess you can just have all the voices, all the different languages installed all the time. Yeah, that's wow. I have not used another language in so long, just because I don't have enough storage for it. Sooner or later, I will actually buy an SSD, another SSD for this desktop. And I'm hoping that I could buy like an M.2 one, an M.2 PCIe one. 512, 512 gigs, hopefully. 1 terabyte if possible, but I don't think I could afford that. And that's just gonna be just for games specifically, because I just want a faster drive for games, just so games load faster. Yeah, because sometimes I put Genshin on a hard drive, especially in the a few days before a version update, because there's like pre-installation files, and with the pre-installation files, the folder ends up being a lot bigger than it normally would be because of the pre-installation files. So it doesn't fit onto my 120 gig SSD. So I have to actually leave it in my hard disk drive, which is a lot slower than an SSD, for a few days. And sometimes even longer, because sometimes if the pre-installation comes a little too early, and then I pre-install, like, I don't know, like a week before the version update actually drops. What ends up happening is, because I leave it off of the SSD for so long, my SSD somehow accumulates so much random stuff. Like, I'm sure it's like a bunch of it is cache from different programs like Chrome, and there's just Windows in general, and like many other programs that leave cache in drive C, in like your main drive, your OS drive, the drive wherever the operating system is installed on. If I leave it off of that for too long, it'll just keep filling it up because there's more space. Because I took Genshin off of it, it'll just keep on saving more cache. And when I try to put Genshin back in there after the update happens, it doesn't fit anymore. And then it'll actually take me a few days until I have enough time to finally clear out the storage, to have enough storage for Genshin to be put back onto the SSD. Is anyone else getting lag when you enter or explore Sumeru? Lag when you enter or explore Sumeru? When you say enter, okay. I guess I know what you mean. Bavish. So before I got this desktop, I used to play on my laptop, right? And it's absolutely not a gaming laptop. It's a thin and light. It just so happens to have an MX250 in it, but because it's a thin and light, it doesn't have enough space inside to have enough airflow for proper cooling. And because it's a thin and light, it's a low watt CPU. I think it's a 15 watt CPU in it. I'm not exactly sure. I think it's 25 watts. I'm not sure. So it's not a very high powered machine. Plus the fact that it doesn't have a lot of cooling because it's so thin. So I remember some spots that were like super laggy in Sumeru. I don't remember here. But I remember Aru Village is really, really laggy for me on the laptop. It's like really heavy. It feels really heavy. I don't know why. Aru Village, and a few random parts of the desert. I don't know about the because I haven't played Genshin on the laptop after any of this was released. It was all before any of the extra parts of the desert were released. I only played until this part was released on the laptop, and I remember Aru Village was like really heavy. And messages are showing or not? They are, man. They are. It's just that I don't want to be sitting idle, not doing anything in the game. Looking at Discord. I could always, because they're messages, I mean, like, they're literally messages, dude. I can reply to them anytime. And you can see my responses, because they're going to be messages, like written messages. You can see them anytime. I guess I'm done. Oh wait, no, I'm not done. Every desert is laggy on my device. Oh, okay. That's, I don't know. I don't know about what parts of the desert, but I guess I can imagine. Yeah, I can sort of like picture it out that it's the desert itself is just a laggy environment. I think I know why. I think it's because of the sand. So you know how Hoyo made it so that the sand leaves footprints, right? I think that might be too much for low powered devices. I think so. I'm just guessing. It might be the sand. Because the sand, that takes up CPU time to do something like that. And it's not even just generic footprints. It actually knows what kind of footprints it is. Like when you roll with Sayu, it knows to like give you like a different shape, like a big ball shape in the sand, and not just footprints. It actually detects what you're doing. It's not in my opinion, it doesn't seem to be as detailed as like something like in GTA 5. Like when you go to the beach in GTA 5. But it's pretty close.
Speed of light. Hey.
Yeah, it's fine. You can see them other time. Yeah. I mean, like, as long as, you know, like, just go to the need help channel, man, and if you ping me, like, that'll just make it even easier for me to see your messages. Yeah, and the main information I need is like just the character list, the list of characters that you have, so I could give you an idea of so you can give me an idea of like what characters you have, and then I would have just a better idea of what characters you have and be able to recommend a team for you. Oh. Come on. Get in there, thank you. I can't believe I never tried this before. Like switching characters so that I don't have to wait for the ICD.
La la la.
Oh. Okay. And okay, there we go. Hey, got it. Oh, recently, by the way, so I mentioned earlier that I haven't been logging into Genshin a lot lately. There's just really just not anything to do in the game. The 3.7 Abyss really turned me off of just playing around in Abyss. I don't know why. It really turned me off. And even now in 3.8, in the 3.8 Abyss, it's like it's somewhat fun. It's kind of fun to play around in, but it's just, I don't know. 3.7 Abyss really turned me off of just logging into the game and just playing through Abyss once or twice. So now I sort of just log in twice a day, just to make sure my resin isn't capped, to do dailies. What else? And to reset expeditions. That's really all that I do. And then after that, like, I sort of just make sure that I know exactly when my resin will fill up, so that I know when I should log in to condense some resin. And because of that, I just got bored this one day, I think last week, I got bored. I went back to looking for private servers of that really old MMORPG I used to play, that I've mentioned on stream before. It's called Flife. And I found one that I thought was pretty interesting. So I played it for a couple of days. And then I played it for a couple of days until I sort of got the gist of what the server was all about. Like all the customizations that they had, how to farm for mid-game gear, end-game gear, etc. And then I thought it was pretty cool. It was pretty easy to get to the parts of the game that I liked, which was boss farming and running domains, running dungeons. But it was also kind of annoying that to farm endgame gear, one of the things that you needed to farm endgame gear were open world bosses. And the problem with open world bosses is when you're new, you're gonna take so much time to kill them, which will because they're in the open world, some of the older players will, like, because you're taking so long to kill them, you're increasing the chances that some of the older players will just be able to come in here, see you doing it, and then kill steal. And farming the open world bosses not only gives you nice drops, it also gives you like rewards from certain quests that is part to slowly earning endgame gear. And again, the problem is that because newbies take so long to kill the bosses, they give so much chance, so much opportunity for older players to go in there and kill steal.
Don't be scared.
And I was like, nah, I think I'm good. And I also realized like they even had like a built-in they even had like a built-in like bot thing, like an auto farmer, and it was built into the game. I've never seen that implemented into that game before, and it was really nice. The problem with that is it made gold and like certain resources really abundant, that prices were of everything that cost that resource were really high. So even though now you could just literally auto farm, because everyone could auto farm, prices for everything were just really high. You completed summer quest? Summer quest. Are you talking about the event, Stargaming? The one where you go to ride the roller coaster? If yes, then yeah. If that's what you're talking about, then yes, I have. I've done it on my main account and my third account, but I haven't done it on the second account. Yeah, I haven't done it on the second account yet because I was going to do it last week Thursday, and then because I wasn't able to do it on last week Thursday. I wanted to do it on Friday last week, but I couldn't again. So what happened was, I don't know why, probably had something to do with the weather, but my internet was terrible when I finally had time to stream in the afternoon. So I don't know why. Like, it was actually really bad. Like, YouTube was buffering. YouTube hardly ever buffers, even when my internet's really bad. But at that time, YouTube was actually buffering, and I don't know what was going on. I'm pretty sure it had something to do with the weather. The weather was pretty bad last week. And it's still not very good this week, but it's a little better. Yeah, but then I couldn't because I want to be able to do it just all in one stream. Just so I have footage of it in case I need footage of it in the future. And the footage of it will just be all in one stream, and it'll be just easier for me to find it in case I need it in the future. Oh, I ran into that one. How many Primogems you get in the event? I don't know actually. I didn't really pay attention. So there are, I can look right now and then I can see exactly. But then there are also Primogems from the quests. Like the main event is like a lot. Like let's see. Okay, this one for example, 3, 6, 9. What was that? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. This one's 150. Let's see. This one is 80. Yeah. This one's also 80. 150 plus 160. That's 310. And this one is another 180. Sorry, another 80. 310. 390 plus 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 times 2. That's 160 from here. How much were we at? 390, 160, 450, 550. Yeah, that's 550 from here. And then let's see. 550 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is okay. That's 700. Oh, I guess you could actually see how much primos you got from the quest. The 700, 760, 780, 820. Yeah. Yeah, 820 primos from the main event. But from smaller events like this, it's usually like, oh, here it is actually. 420, usually around 420. Sometimes a little bit less, sometimes a little bit more. So this is 360, yeah, 420. Oh, that's gonna be a lot. A 42. 43.
This wine tastes the same as
Why do we have two same gadgets from vouchers? Oh, no, they're not the same. There is a difference. So, okay. I think it's from this one. Yeah. Okay. So this one, when you use it, it only lights up what's in your minimap. But when you open your map, it's like there's nothing on the map, and it only shows you what is nearby. Like it only reveal what's nearby you. But the second one, this second one is more similar to it's similar to where is it? It's similar to this thing. Like when you get this to a certain level, I don't know if you've done this one, but if you've done this part of this part of the desert, but when you get to a certain level, you could tell it to mark the ones that you haven't found, and it'll show you like a little blue thing on your map to show you where it is, like the other stuff that you haven't found yet are. And it's also the same thing from the Chasm Underground. There is a gadget.
Manthus.
I think it's this. Yes, it's this thing. Once you get this to a certain level, when you use it in the chasm, it'll show you where more of the the blue stuff, or sorry, that's not the chasm. Where more of the blue stuff is at that you need to keep leveling it up. And when you get it to a certain level, it'll actually highlight anywhere on the map. And even when you open the map like this, you will still see it, and not just in your minimap. So that's why, like, if you haven't done, what is it called, the Veluriyam Mirage, if you haven't done this event, I would highly recommend you go through the event quest first, go through the whole quest. But I would also recommend you get the challenges and chests and puzzles that come along the way, that are just in your way. You don't have to go out of your way to go to that chest that's way over there that you could just see the red stuff that shows it's still locked. No, just the ones that are immediately in your way. And then if you can, try to get some of the vouchers. But the quest itself does give you a lot of vouchers as well. So while if you again, follow the quest, finish the whole quest, but try to get the vouchers, the puzzles, chests, and challenges that are immediately in your way while you're doing the quests. Sooner or later, you're gonna be able to get the max level of this thing, and then this will help you find everything else on the map. Aren't there only 40 something that gives vouchers? No, the quests, man, the quests give you vouchers. Look, I have 315 vouchers. Yeah, did you actually just farm them? Legit, did you actually? Well, you do have to go. You will have to use this one for a little bit. You will have to use this one for a little bit until you get to. I think you get to 180 or 210. And then you use this for a little bit. I remember using it only for half an hour, in the map while I was exploring around. I finished the whole quest already, and I was just exploring around trying to get everything that was on the map. I think I remember having 180 or 190 or 200, somewhere around these two rewards, and then using it for another half hour, I got to 270, and then that when I finally got this, then I just use it, and then it shows me anywhere on the map what I haven't gotten yet, chests, challenges, more vouchers, etc. I'm still short 70. Oh, okay. Well, anyway, I guess you'll be able to see me do it. I don't because I ended the stream pretty late today. Tomorrow afternoon I'm gonna take a nap, so I won't be able to stream tomorrow afternoon. But I'll try really hard to stream on Wednesday afternoon. I'll try to stream the whole thing in one go. Yeah, because like I said, I want to have just footage of it. Just footage of it in one stream, so that in case I need footage of it in the future, I could just go back to one stream and I have all the footage of it in one stream, and I don't have to look for it in any of my other streams. Quests don't give any vouchers, really? I don't remember. But yeah, I think so most of the early vouchers that you get only give you one, but later on in the other parts of the map, like once you get to later parts of the map, like somewhere around here, some of the vouchers give you like 4. Like it's nuts. Like and over here too. Like it's. I remember when I was like here, I completely farmed everything here. I didn't finish the quest yet. I did not finish the quest yet. I completely farmed everything here. I just went on a third party map via browser. I farmed everything I could find over here. And I remember being like really short on vouchers. Like I remember I was like at like 150 or something, and then thinking 150? I feel like I've farmed most of the map. How am I gonna get to 270? And I was really confused about it. But what I did, I was like, well, screw it. I'll just follow the quest. And then like sooner or later, I got to like 200. And then I just kept using this for like another half hour. And then eventually I got to 270. And then when I got this, I used it to clear out the remainder of the map. As I expected. Okay. That's nothing. Every time. Oh, hang on. I can't see it. Why can't I see your message? This thing is in the way. How do I get rid of this thing? The like emoji thing. Oh, I guess, you know what? I'll just look at it too here. Every time happens, it's RJ knows that. Wait, what? What do I know? No, that was me. That was me. I clicked it because I couldn't see part of Happy's message because the emoji thing was in the way. Yeah. Well, anyway, I guess there's not much else left for me to do. Pretty late. Yeah. So I guess that's gonna be it, guys. So a Star Gaming. Just again. Ping me on Discord in the Need Help channel, and then I'll respond to it like as soon as I can. I really can't right now because like it's in the middle of the night. It's 2 in the morning where I am. Yeah, tomorrow I'll probably I get on Discord like once or twice, and if I see someone ping me, then yeah, I immediately get on it. Especially if I see someone, like I typically go into like Need Help, just to make sure, just to see if anybody needs help in there.
If you lie on the grass, you
but
can
generally
feel the
when people
heartbeat
ping
of
me,
the
I
world.
go straight for it. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, if for anyone who needs help building their accounts, your characters, or need any help making a decision which banners to pull for, yeah, feel free to join our Discord server. Ask for my opinion, ask for other people's opinion over there. Links are in the description of all my videos, VODs, and streams. Have a good day, good afternoon, good evening, everybody, and take care. Thanks so much for hanging out with us, guys. Yeah. Oh, happy birthday again, Happy birthday. Yeah, and best wishes on your Kokomi wishes. Take care, man. Bye, everybody. Sayonara.
Should we really be off work this early? There is still a lot left to do.